Hi guys, welcome back to the BMW Guide channel, and today I'm going to be discussing a major subject in the BMW forum world, and that is how much should you be paying for maintenance, or how much should you be spending on maintenance. So obviously this is something, especially with these cars here, this is an M47 car, maintenance is a major thing just to sort of keep the car healthy, keep it running, and keep it reliable really. So it's definitely something that you'll be chucking money at, but how much is too much, if you know what I mean. So in today's video we're just going to sort of break down what I spend and how often I service, etc. Other maintenance items that I stay on top of, how much I pay, and how much you should be willing to pay really. So yeah, so just a quick overview of the car. I bought this car probably just over 18 months ago for £4,400. It's currently got nearly 99,000 miles on it. I've put a good 20 of those on, at least 20 of those on, 20,000 that is, obviously not 20 miles. So it's had a fair bit of use and abuse. It's sort of my daily driver, so I use it for everything. It's had boats attached to it, it's been driven across all sorts, it's just driven across a nice potholey area here as well to get here, so it's definitely a well used car, but so far, touch wood, it has been fairly reliable. It's a 2007 120D M Sport, so it is the N47 engine. So really on this car, this is one of the cars that maintenance is going to be most important on. If you're not aware already, the M47 engine has a issue where if it's not, the oil isn't serviced as quickly as it should be, or as often. I'll just open the bonnet for you guys so you can see the engine. So if the oil isn't changed regularly, then it can actually cause accelerated wear on the timing chain tensioners, which eventually causes the engine to fail completely. So really you want to be staying on top of oil changes. I do mine every maximum 8,000 miles. There are some people that recommend lower mileages, there are some people that recommend them higher. But as you can see, this was done literally 400 miles ago, so I'm making sure that I'm staying on top of it purely to stop the engine failure issues. I personally have serviced this vehicle myself. I haven't taken it to a dealership. I was quoted by BMW, Cotswold BMW, to about between £300 and £350 for a full oil service, air filter change, etc. So that is sort of your top end price that they're going to give you. Also, you need to consider that they're going to do a vehicle inspection, want to upsell, so they're going to be looking for anything wrong with your vehicle, and they'll say that it needs to be done. However, a lot of the time it doesn't. So these were recalled recently for a battery issue. Took mine in and they gave me a list of things that they needed to do on my car to that equated to about £8,000 worth of stuff. I then took it for its MOT a month later and it flew through with no stuff, no advisories or anything. So at the end of the day, they're just trying to make more money out of you. So perhaps a dealer probably isn't the best option. And also they see a 12-year-old BMW and think, well, it's had its life, we're not going to take too much care of it, we're going to try and explain to the owner that it's time to change and buy a new car. So that's the whole game of the dealership really. Then you've got independents. They quoted me around £200 and £250, in between that ballpark, so it's about £100 cheaper than a dealer, which if you're not mechanically minded or you're not really interested in doing it yourself, then that's definitely worth going ahead with. Make sure that it's a BMW specialist rather than just a generic garage, because I think they are much more thorough and they're much more interested in the cars as well, which means that the quality of work they're going to do on your car is going to be much better. For example, I've heard stories where non-BMW specialist people have reinstalled the airbox incorrectly, or forgotten to put various pipes and sensors back on that's caused issues later down the line. So it's definitely worth going with an independent specialist, BMW specialist, rather than just a generic garage. However, there is a cheaper way of doing it. So the service that I was quoted for, I managed to complete myself for £130 in one afternoon, and that included the oil, air filter, fuel filter, and the tools to do it, and that came to £130. I'm going to link all of that stuff in the description below so that you guys can get it. I literally ordered it all on Amazon and did it the next day, so it was a super easy process. And also it's obviously taught me a lot about my car. There is also if you're looking to get into this sort of stuff, I'm going to link below with the Haynes manual for this car as well, which essentially is the idiot's guide on how to do everything on the car. Any jobs that you can think of, they'll pretty much have it in this manual explaining how to do it. So yeah, that's and the reason I sort of say this is because a lot of people think that BMW servicing is quite a daunting task. They'd rather just let a dealer do it and overpay. So what I'm trying to explain is that actually, if I can do it, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can do it. I've done a series on this, on how to service your car, so if I'll sort of link that as well. I know I'm going to do a lot of linking, but I'll get that in the description so you guys can follow along if you're looking to do it. Even if you're not looking to do it but you fancy having a look to see if you think you may be able to do it in the future, take a look, because I try to break it down nice and simply. But yeah, so if you're looking to service, or how much you should spend on maintenance, I suppose it's around the £200 for a service mark. That's sort of the maintenance I'm discussing now. Essentially, you're going to have three grades. You're going to have the highest grade is going to be dealer cost, and then you're going to have the independent mechanic specialist, and then you're going to have the DIY route, and that is going to be your cost. And it's essentially, your DIY route is going to be approximately less than half of the dealer route. So yeah, that's just a quick video, guys, explaining sort of the maintenance cost of owning a BMW. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.